address it and discuss it. To me, that's every bit as painful as them overtaking it. And I know there's several different contexts and perspectives, as Ox said. Like, I totally get that. But the fact of the matter is, this isn't as if it just come out of the blue. We have been well aware that our lead has been getting slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And now it's finally happened. The inevitability has happened, and I'm in shock. Like, I'm genuinely in shock about how it's barely getting talked about. And I just felt compelled. I felt as if I had to bring it up and address it, because it's something that's really, really hurting me. And I just, as I said, I can't comprehend it, how it hasn't been talked about a lot more, if at all.
Well, I'd rather have our history every day of the week than their history, mate. Yeah.
Absolutely. So
we've still got to remember the context of what they done in 2012, mate, where we were put. Yeah. And what happened, what we had to deal with. Yeah. You're not talking about even playing fields, yeah. We're still not get back to where we were. We're still slowly getting there. It's not happened as quick as it should, and we've made a lot of self-inflicted mistakes. But ultimately, it's only one game of football, and I think we'll prove tonight we were cheated as the Bridgeman.
Yeah, 100%. We were definitely cheated. And how you doing, Billy? I hope everything's okay with you, pal. And some of the things you say, I totally agree with. Obviously, the total victories and the most shall we say, most successful team in Scotland, we've now been overtaken by them. But it's only by the one game. Or one season, shall we say, because that's where this will probably end up. So we need to, I've been saying this for a while, we need to go out, win all our games. And if we win all our games and score a couple of goals, then we've got a great chance of winning this league. Irrespective of what people say, we'll get a great chance. Because if we start beating them, others will get a chance at beating them. They might not win, they'll maybe get draws. And they will lose, they'll start to lose points. At the moment, they really are got a tremendous reputation, and a lot of teams are scared of them. And if one team can beat them, then another team go and play well against them and start to take points. But make no mistake, we need to start winning games, and lots of games in a row, 8, 9, 10 games in a row, things like that. We need to be doing that. And up to now, we haven't been so successful.
The goals, I think, that we conceded, Ox, I think we can do far better. That was kind of the same old story a wee bit. I think we created our own problems with all 3 goals. But like I say, it's penalty shootout. Still a bit bizarre how Ridvan was one of the penalty takers. I don't know if the way they were saying about the whole guys in training and the best ones will be taking the penalties and stuff, I don't know if Ridvan was one of the better ones, but surely your goal scorers or your creative attackers should be one of the first names in the sheet up there. Hats off to Big Butland for going up and taking a penalty as well. He's obviously second in command, being a captain and that, so he showed his character there, going up and taking a penalty as well. But overall, Ox, after the game, when you're sat down and looking at certain things, I don't think we had really luck on our side as well, Ox, considering what we've seen the day, mate. But overall, I'm happy, mate. I just think that a couple of things we could do better in the game that would allow us to no rely on officials to try and help us, basically.
Aye. So what you're saying is you're happy with the improvement, you're not happy with the result, of course, yeah. They try to put it across the box, mate.
Aye, I just felt it was a total waste, a wasted moment. Put it across him and stuff like that. And I know it wasn't his fault in the first place for Maida to get in and get a shot away. I just think, see, sometimes when it was McGregor and goal and stuff like that, and keepers of the past, they had this thing that they could put players off. And I don't think he's got that presence yet.
He's out at that time, he's not at the greatest defence helping them. And you can see with the different teams that come out every other week and the different defensive pairing, who, by the way, some of them were just a criminal, what they were doing, you know. And I mean, he was caught out. If he could play behind a first-class centre-half pairing guy credit for a great goal. That's what I say.
You're a nicer man than me, Bridge.
Again, I think in any other realm work, you would be at least disciplined and suspended. And I think that's what the SFA today.
Listen, I said it last night, and I'll say it again, mate. They're either incompetent, yeah, or they're cheating.
Well, say if they're incompetent, Ox, then they can't be anywhere near top flight football.
That's the point, GB. That's the point.
And that
And
Alan Muir is an
Connor's
ex-ref.
got 3 weeks, isn't he, in cup finals?
Connor, aye, and Alan Muir, ex-referee, Ox. So he's left refereeing probably because he's not been good enough and went into the VAR station. You know what I mean? So again, another guy that is clearly, if he's not good enough to be a referee, Ox, what's he doing in a VAR? In one of the biggest games in Scottish football, live on telly and all the rest of it for the world to watch. Why are you putting an incompetent guy trying to make decisions? You know what I mean? It's mental. And then Ian Maxwell as well, by the way, Ox, after his statements before this has been released, should be coming back out and apologising again, because he's putting it down to human error. It's not.
But my God, they come out with an angle of the across the line, across it. If they've seen that in any way, shape, or form, there is no way they can say that's not a penalty.
Right, okay. Can you make really head their tail on that? There's 4 characters involved. He said something else. Just you get to see it once if they want to, GB.
Got probably ex-players and everything in his phone. You know what I mean? And they know what a penalty is when you're getting into that box. And again, Beaton, for me, should have asked the question. He should have seen, that looks to a foul to me, boys. Can you check it on VAR? Is it outside or inside the box?
No, to me, I've got to be fair, I'm not John Beaton's biggest fan. He's awarded the foul, and I think somebody made the point the other night, he could have awarded the penalty and got it checked out then. But he's awarded the foul, and then they're checking it, mate. So the play's stopped, and it's been checked by the officials. The linesman's thrown in his tuppence worth, and they're saying, no, it was just outside. They've made that up. That's what he said. That's what the statement said, and it's in the audio. It's outside the pool. Well, the pool was never outside, so what did they see? It made them say that, or is it his agenda?
Personally, I think it's the agenda, Ox, because
right, so
I think it was.
It's either inside the box or it's outside the box, because it's subjective, isn't it?
But when you listen to the professionals, Ox, they're saying as well the foul is on Shields. Shields is pulling, so he's starting the foul inside the box. He's inside the box. It's not to do with Tierney. It's the foul that is getting committed inside the box, clearly. And Tierney gets brought down on the line. Madness. There's no outside the box for me.
Exactly. So what did they say that? What did
they start putting the doubt in everybody's head, wouldn't it?
Maybe. You're becoming very cynical, Warren.
Look, you know... Sorry, go on.
No, Bridgman, you go. Sorry, mate.
Oh, no, please, carry on.
No, Ox, I was just going to agree with you. I don't think it's so much that one incident that we are all raging about. I think it's just been the build-up. I think, like you say, like Tesser's one with the foul and the build-up to our goal in that Old Firm game. You could, at the end of it, you're like, right, okay, that's a box.
Yes, mate.
I think our players as well need to be a wee bit more savvy as well in the instance. They need to know the rules and all. Fan media out there, like say Heart and Hand and all that, and Four Lads and stuff. We need to keep pounding, like I says, Snide, Talk Sport, keep any build up to Old Firm games. We need to get on any of the moments where they're starting to talk about Scottish game or anything like that. Our fans have got spare time, get on the phones and get in there and absolutely pound the SFA and how their biased refereeing's going on and all the rest of it, Ox. Even on here, and build up to the next Old Firm game, we need to talk about these incidents so it's out there, Ox, because that's what the mob across the city will be doing the exact same thing. And like I said, I want to hear through Talk Sport and all that coming up. I want to see Jim White and I want to see that other guy talking about conspiracy theories about across the city and who's managing VAR and all the rest of it. I want it out there, Ox, because like I says, far too long are we sitting back. I've seen the Rangers spokesman's statement today. It's not good enough for me either, Ox.
It's not fair, Rangers, mate.
No,
Rangers
it's a
haven't made
spokesperson.
statement.
It
They've
says a
not made a statement
spokesperson.
yet, mate. They've not made a statement.
Well, from what I've seen, it says Rangers spokesperson said.
Who's it? Source close to the club? Yeah, that could be me.
Aye, I get that, mate. But
Yeah.
whoever said that statement, for me, hasn't even hit the nail on the head with Ox. So, again, for me, what it says, we keep pushing this. They've pushed it for long enough. It's time for us to push back. I know. It's time for us to highlight what's gone wrong in our games because, like I says, you can start counting them up. Dessers, the Horn.
They've got to have everything. No, after the game, they must have that, be able to access that immediately. Immediately.
CFA has no sure bridge.
But the fact of the matter is, this isn't as if it just come out of the blue. We have been well aware that our lead has been getting slimmer and slimmer and slimmer, and now it's finally happened. The inevitability has happened, and I'm in shock. Like, I'm genuinely in shock about how it's barely getting talked about. And I just felt compelled. I felt as if I had to bring it up and address it because it's something that's really, really hurting me. And I just, as I said, I can't comprehend it, how it hasn't been talked about a lot more, if at all.